welcome to Dorothy. I'm so excited to share my latest dog customization project with you all. It's Christmas-themed Little Red Riding Hood dog. Alright, let's get started. I started with the most important part of the outfit, the red cloak. Both the Christmas and the Little Red Riding Hood theme call for a classic red cape. To give it a more festival feel, I added a green plaid trim. But does it kind of look like a watermelon now? Did we accidentally turn this into a watermelon hood? To make it a bit more Christmassy, I added a layer of white lace. Next up, let's work on the dress itself. Did the sleeves look a little like Christmas trees? I used the same green plaid fabric here to keep the theme going. And the black lace trims gives that a sweet, rustic vibe that feels perfect for a Little Red Riding Hood. The sleeves band weren't as neat as I wanted, so I used the pins to hold them in place for a second try. It worked much better. The color of the skirt really gives me Christmas tree vibes, bright and full of holiday spirit, with just the right amount of the Little Red Riding Hood's countryside charm. But still something was missing, so I dug through my scrap fabric pile and found this adorable floral print fabric. It's perfect for making a little apron, to add some extra charm and give the whole look a handmade, cozy feeling. Now it's time for the main star of the show. Her face and body still have that insane little girl vibe, but this time I wanted to give her a different kind of Little Red Riding Hood. But I made her more mature by using a dark red for her lips instead of the usual pink, and I also deepened the eye bags a little to make her look more confident and growing up. I hope she's a Little Red Riding Hood who can totally handle the big bad wolf on her own, not the one waiting for a hunter to come and rescue her. After I applied the base makeup, now I started adding the final details. Adding lip lines might seem like a tiny detail, but it brings more dimension to the lips and adds realism to the face. If you are working on a small size doll like mine, I recommend using a nail art pen for the fine lines, since it's much thinner than the regular art brushes. It's perfect for tiny details like the eyebrows and the lower lashes. It actually makes a huge difference in the overall makeup of the dog. I recently added my 3D printer, so now I was able to create some props for the dolls myself, which is super handy because I didn't have to worry about the store-bought accessories not fitting. But surprise, 3D printing can also go wrong. Look at the mess of the wine bottles and gun. But luckily, the basket was almost fine. After troubleshooting, I learned not to trust the software's automatic orientation. Always double-check it yourself. Once the printing was done, the items needed plating to get a final polished look. This part is essential for taking the customization project to the next level, and also makes a big difference when it comes to the final photos. I also made some little labels for the wine bottles in different colors until I find the one I liked best. used leftover fabric from the dress. I use it to line the basket and make a little lid. Now Little Red Riding Hood can hide her gun in the basket. But let's hope tonight stays peaceful and no wolves show up. Besides that, I also used leftover red fabric from the cloak to make a little Christmas socks bag. The top would look cute with the fluffy fabric, but it turns out way thicker than expected. So I swapped it for a thinner sweater-like fabric instead. Oh, I tried to fix it by resizing the sock, but it still looks weird. The third time, I realized I could add a little loop for hanging it on her hand. Now, guess what this old shipping box can be used for today's project? Instead of going to waste, I'm turning it into something really sweet. Tiny gingerbread man. It's a fun little craft that ties perfectly into Christmas theme, and a perfect way to reuse materials. These gingerbread figures will add a little festival touch to our Red Riding Hood project. Was Christmas Eve, and Little Red Riding Hood was off to Grandma's house with some bread and wine, hoping for a peaceful night. But surprise, the big bad wolf appears again. No worry, our Little Red Riding Hood is ready. Oh, looks like it's still a peaceful night after all. Merry Christmas! That is all for today's Christmas Little Red Riding Hood doll project. There were definitely some challenges and a few mishaps along the way, but seeing her all finished makes me feel so proud of the final result. I really hope this process have given you some ideas. If you enjoyed this video, have any thoughts or want to know more about any of the steps I took, feel free to leave the comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time!